Now let's continue with this ongoing crusade against these disgusting dogs and their deranged, disgusting owners. Anybody in a home with children, as well as a dog, should be charged with child endangerment. Now, a few examples of child endangerment are alcohol and drug abuse, where intoxication can impair your ability to properly supervise a young child. And if that child, for example, trips and falls into a swimming pool, the parent could be charged with child endangerment. Having loaded weapons in the home that are poorly stored away or not properly stored away with an unsupervised child in the home, you can be charged with child endangerment. Leaving children in hot vehicles can lead to being charged with child endangerment. Here it reads, the odds that a dog bite victim will be a child are 3.2 to 1, according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention. Severe injuries from dog bites is the highest for children ages 5 to 9 years old. Three quarters of dogs involved in bite incidents belong to the victim's family or friend. The majority of dog bites, 61%, happen at home. Keep all of this in mind, or in a familiar place. When a child less than 4 years old is the victim, the family dog was the attacker half the time, 47%. And the attack almost always happened in the family home. Again, keep this information in mind as we move forward. They say the face, lips, nose, and cheeks of children under 10 years old are most frequent the target of a dog bite, 77% of all injuries. They say the odds that a victim of a fatal dog attack will be a burglar are 1 in 177, but the odds that it will be a child are 7 in 10. Now, with this information in mind, how could this not be child endangerment? Who in their right mind would lay their babies on top of these big, vicious dogs, or allow these dogs to even be in the home with their children? And you know full well that all of these mutt lovers do exactly this. They all engage in this type of foolish, careless behavior, which is child endangerment. 17-year veterinarian Scott Miller says that no dog, whatever their breed, is ever safe to be left alone with a baby or a child. This is not an anti-dog person. You see him hugging a dog. He's been dealing with dogs for 17 years. Keep that in mind. He is not anti-dog. He mentions how most owners do not believe that their dog will ever turn into a killer. And he says, quote, but as I know only too well, they are wrong. No matter how well trained. You know, these mutt lovers are always talking about, oh, he needs to be well trained. I told you these are deranged people. Don't listen to him. He says no matter how well trained, they will revert to their natural instinct if they feel threatened or in danger. So, why is it that babies and small children appear to be targets for dogs? He says dogs are pack animals who obey a hierarchy. If there is a change in the home, for example, the arrival of a baby, all too often a dog goes from being the love of its owner's life to just being the dog. He says it's all too inevitable then that jealousy will erupt. A baby's arrival can also upset a dog for another simple reason. infants have a very strong smell. I am still quoting this veterinarian. He says anybody who walks into a home where there is a newborn will notice that distinctive baby odor. So for a dog whose sense of smell is 10,000 times more powerful than a human, this will be an assault on its senses. He says then there's the sheer noise of a baby or a small child. A dog's hearing is 10 times better than a human, particularly when it comes to high pitches, which excites the dog. He says it all harks back to when they would hunt in packs. Dogs would go for the kill when they heard the prey screaming in pain after it had been bitten. It's why any animal expert will tell you it's imperative to keep calm and try not to make any noise if you are bitten by a dog, as it will only excite them to further attack. He says it's horrifying to imagine that a baby or small child screaming will make a dog's attack even more frenzied. Like babies, dogs use their mouths to investigate their surroundings. So if a baby is left crying unattended, it is natural for the dog to start investigating the noise with its mouth. He said it only may take a startled squeal from a baby to make that lick a playful bite, and then worse. He says it's no coincidence then that an attacking dog will target the face. It's the source of the noise that is bothering the dog. Also, babies don't blink very often, which is a sign of confrontation to the dog. He says that in the wild, dogs will not look at each other in the eye. They keep their head down and appear differential unless they are fighting for dominance. So a steely stare is a clear indication of intent. And to this, the fact that babies and small children are at a similar height to the dog, which only adds to the sense of confrontation. So again, I ask you, end quote, how could this not be child endangerment? Having these mutts in our society around our kids is child endangerment, but especially having them in the home is child endangerment. Every one of these people should be arrested. There's a UFC fighter who recently had a baby, and he, shortly after he brought that newborn home, he uploaded a photo of his newborn baby sitting right next to a pit bull. His pit bull. How is that not child endangerment? These people should be arrested just like a person should be arrested who leaves kids in a hot vehicle, who is high and intoxicated while supervising a child in the home. Again, keep in mind that most dog attacks on children and babies are by the family dog. So the mental disorder that these mutt lovers have of treating these dogs as if they're human is the primary cause of the death and disfigurement of the 100 children who are attacked by dogs every single day in this country. How is this not child endangerment? All you mutt lovers, the buck stops here. You can think that I'm just some fringe in a dark corner YouTube channel if you want to. The truth will speak for itself. And I'm telling you now, the day will come when it will be illegal for any of you to own these stupid, vicious, dangerous animals. You better get used to it and prepare for it. Say goodbyes to your mutts right now, because they are a pollutant to the society. They are a danger to humans, period, but especially These things are a danger to kids and babies. How often do you hear about cats disfiguring babies and kids? And I'm not a cat person either. Every time cops are called to a scene because of an animal attack, it is a goddamn dog. A vicious, out of control, stupid mutt. Many times who was unprovoked, just decided to attack. They talked about how cops killing dogs is an epidemic. Why do you think that is? Cops killing cats ain't no epidemic. When you run across a stray cat, you ain't worried about being attacked. You only worried about being attacked when you see a stray dog. That's when you get your ass in the house and you call somebody to come get it. The day is coming. All you stupid, deranged mutt lovers, get ready. Your dogs one day will be illegal to own.